You're listening to Don't Miss This on Paris Underground Radio. For more great content, please join us on Patreon. Hello, and welcome to Don't Miss This, your weekly roundup of the best of what's happening in Paris this week. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity, the creator and founder of the Paris Underground Radio Podcast Network, featuring podcasts on a wide range of topics that come out 6 days a week and are made for people just like you. This week's edition of Don't Miss This covers the week of Sunday, June 26th through Saturday, July 2nd, 2022. From Haussmann's buildings to Hidalgo's green spaces to giant street art murals, Paris prides itself on being aesthetically beautiful. Yet, even in Paris, we can take things for granted. And we rarely, if ever, think to look under things for hidden art. That's about to change with a new art installation on the River Seine called Sans Dessus, or Upside Down. From now through September 23rd, 5 artists will create installations, frescoes, and projections under some of Paris's most beautiful bridges. You'll find the work of Olmsted under the Pont d'Alma, Philippe Echaru under Pont Marais, Eurel under the Simone de Beauvoir footbridge, ID Textile Marion and Sylvie Breton under the Bir Hakeim Bridge, and Sébastien Préchu under the Léopold Sédar Senghor footbridge. Sans Dessus has been organized by the Paris Olympic and Paralympic Games Committee in an effort to highlight the monuments and historical places that make Paris a unique and admirable place, which honestly doesn't feel like much of a challenge. Sans Dessus invites you to take a look at Paris's bridges with new eyes from now through September 23rd, 2022. This next event is not at all hidden. In fact, you certainly already know about it. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention it because it's where I spent my teen years flirting with my crushes. I'm talking, of course, about the Fête Foraine des Tuileries. This year's fair, nestled inside the Tuileries Gardens, just like Louis would have wanted, will run through August 28th. All your favorites will be back, with more than 60 fairground attractions, including 20 carousels, ghost trains, toboggans, a Ferris wheel, and the 6G, a merry-go-round that spins at 140 kilometers per hour. As ever, you can nosh on marshmallows, candy apples, crepes, waffles, churros, donuts, and Papa's beard. Cotton candy. Word to the wise, the bumper cars make for especially good flirting. The Fête des Tuileries will run through August 30th from 11 a.m. to midnight and until 12:45 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. It's free to enter, but all attractions and food are not. Truth or Dare. Beginning on Tuesday, June 28th, you can get up close and personal with the Queen of Pop in a new exhibit at the Galerie de l'Instant, featuring everyone's favorite material girl, Madonna. In 1985, while touring Japan for her Like a Virgin tour, Madonna met photographer Kenji Wakasugi during a shoot for Playboy magazine. In the mere 45 minutes he was given, the Japanese photographer took an incredible series of shots, capturing Madonna's insolence, her power, and her ironclad determination. Now these photos, many of which have never before been published, will be on display for free. So, thank your lucky stars and head to the Galerie de l'Instant from June 28th to October 2nd. More information can be found at lagaleriedelinstant.com. That's lagaleriedelinstant.com. Beginning on Wednesday, June 29th, we can celebrate even more strong women at the Musée de l'Âme, or the Museum of Mankind, which invites you to discover the photographs of Lekka Singh in an exhibit called Femmes qui portent le monde, or Women Who Carry the World. Indian-American photographer Lekka Singh set out to meet the millions of women who carry the survival of their families and their communities by the strength of their arms. In the fields, the markets, the villages, and the cities, on the roads all over the world, we see them. These women who carry spectacular loads to survive, water, food, raw materials, linen, tools, to try to offer a better life to their loved ones. Far from being tearful, this exhibit is a tribute to the strength of these women, a celebration of their courage. The vibrant colors, the exceptional landscapes, the clear images, the beauty of these strong women transform this difficult subject into a magnificent journey. Femmes qui portent le monde will be at the Musée de l'Homme from June 29th through January 2nd, 2023, and more information can be found at museedelhomme.fr. That's museedelhomme.fr. It wouldn't be summer without a few good free festivals, and Wednesday, June 29th marks the start of 3 of them. First, the music festival Fnac Live is back after a 2-year hiatus for its 10th edition with more than 30 artists performing over 3 days. This year, the Fnac Live Festival is putting the Francophone scene and all its diversity front and center, with artists like Jane Birkin, Karen Ann, Clara Luciani, Juliette Armanet, Vitalik, Terre Noire, L'Impératrice, Jacques, Bob Sinclair, and Pedro Winter, and more. The Fnac Live Festival will take place on June 29th, 30th, and July 1st. The concerts will be spread over 2 stages, the main outdoor stage located on the forecourt of Hôtel de Ville, and the indoor stage installed inside the lounges. Please note that the concerts inside Hôtel de Ville are free of charge, but by invitation only. More information, including the full lineup, can be found at leclaireur.fnac.com. That's leclaireur.fnac.com. If you like your music with a little more nature, head instead to the Festival du Parc Floral. Hosted by the City of Paris and the Parc Floral de Paris, this music festival is actually 3 festivals rolled into one: the Paris Jazz Festival, Les Pistacles, and Classique au Vert. Classique au Vert features the richness of classical music through open-air concerts that will be organized around the groves and green meadows of the Japanese gardens in the Parc Floral. At the crossroads of styles, centuries, and cultures, the shows offered during the festival are sharp enough to delight connoisseurs, but also playful, original, and subtle enough to bring a wider audience to discover all the intricacies of classical music. The Paris Jazz Festival features, outdoor jazz concerts. For this 29th edition, the eclectic program of the festival will delight all audiences and all generations with some of the biggest names in French and international jazz. Les Pistacles, which I always want to read like Pesticles or Pesticles, is a series of outdoor concerts for children. This festival mixes genres and encourages interactivity with young audiences with concerts of all kinds, shows, dances, and workshops, all in the pleasant and flowery environment of the Bois de Vincennes. The Classique au Vert Festival, Paris Jazz Festival, and Les Spectacles will take place over 7 weekends from June 29th through September 7th. The concerts are free, although access to the park the concerts are in will run you €2.50. More information can be found at festivalduparcfloral.paris. That's FESTIVALDUPARCFLORAL.PARIS. What if I could offer you even more nature with a side of film? The Branche Ciné Festival also begins on Wednesday, June 29th, with free outdoor movie screenings in the forests of Île-de-France. From the forest of Fontainebleau to those of Sénart, Bondy, Montmorency, or La Grange, cinema lovers will not be disappointed. This year's theme? Fantastic creatures. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, The Lord of the Rings, Predator, The Cabin in the Woods, The Blair Witch Project. Each cinematic work has been chosen with the intention of questioning our representations and our imaginations of the forest. There are 22 screenings in total, and all are free, but reservations are required, and some films have an age minimum. The Branche Ciné Festival runs from June 29th to July 9th, and more information, including programming and reservations, can be found at branche-e-ciné.onf.fr. That's branche-cine.onf.fr. A 75th birthday is certainly cause for celebration. And on Thursday, June 30th, the Madame Arthur Cabaret will mark her milestone with a new show. Created in 1947, the Madame Arthur Cabaret was the first drag cabaret in Paris. Over the years, renowned transgender artists have performed on her stage. Joseph Ginsberg, the father of Serge Gainsbourg, was a pianist there, and Gainsbourg himself sometimes replaced him. Now, a full 75 years later, the artists of Madame Arthur have concocted a new original show that revolves entirely around the cabaret and offers a journey through time. Madame Arthur Fête ses 75 ans will run from June 30th through July 2nd, and tickets range from 20 to 90 euros. For more information and to make a reservation, please visit madamearthur.fr. That's MADAMEARTHUR.fr. And with that, we enter July. On July 1st, the Tour de France begins in Copenhagen, ending in Paris on the 24th. Those of us resting on our laurels will enjoy longer nights in Parisian parks and late nights at the Louvre. In addition to the 140 parks already accessible 24 hours a day, the Paris City Hall will open 14 others until midnight, including the Parc Montsouris and the Parc des Buttes-Chaumont. In the event of another heat wave, an additional 6 green spaces will be open all night, among them Parc Monceau, Parc André Citoyen, and Parc Clichy-Bertignolles Martin Luther King. Regarding security, the City of Paris has set up a surveillance system to guarantee the smooth running of these refreshing Parisian nocturnal strolls. If you'd rather spend your evenings indoors, late nights at the Louvre are back. Every Friday until 9:45 p.m., you're free to roam the temporary and permanent collections of the world's largest museum. Please note, I have spoken to the people at the Louvre, and this is the busiest season in memory, so buy your tickets ahead of time or risk them selling out. Late nights in Paris's parks will run from Friday, July 1st to Sunday, September 4th, and a full listing of participating parks can be found on paris.com. Nocturne du Louvre will run every Friday until 9:45 p.m., beginning on July 1st and ending, well, indefinitely. More information, including ticketing, can be found at louvre.fr. That's LOUVRE.fr. So, we've learned how Paris will ring in July at night. But what about the day? Surely she has something special planned. You're right, she does. July 1st will also be a day of magical concerts throughout the city. Where, you ask? Why, in the city's 7 major train stations, naturally. SNCF Gare et Connexion is celebrating 10 years of Piano en Gare. As usual, pianos will be installed in stations throughout Paris for anyone to play. However, this year there will be a series of free concerts. Amateurs and professional musicians will follow one another all day long in an unexpected musical whirlwind. Most of them will use their mastery around the piano, of course, but other talents and disciplines will also be in the spotlight, like gospel or rap. And for this rather unusual day, distinguished guests such as André Manoukian, Fanny Azureau, and Jean-François Zigel will join the party. The beauty of the event also lies in the diversity of the profiles present. Recognized composers will in fact be joined by SNCF agents, as well as students from music schools. The 10th anniversary of Piano en Gare will take place on July 1st from 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., depending on the station, in the 7 major stations of Paris. More information can be found at gareetconnexion.sncf. That's GARETCONNEXIONS.SNCF. If you're looking to visit England, you could go jump on one of those trains while you're listening to the pianos play. Or you could just head to Papa Cabane in Bercy, where they'll be setting up a British village from July 1st through the 6th. What is a British village, you ask? Why, it's live electro and chill DJ sets on an ephemeral English-style terrace, of course. To accompany this food and cocktail stroll through the streets of Soho and Notting Hill, the best of England meets the best of Parisian DJ sets with headliners like Un Deux, Tour Maubourg, Jean Tonique, and Charlotte Fuvert. The British Village English Cocktail Aperitif will be at Papa Cabane from July 1st through the 6th, beginning at 6 p.m. For more information, including ticketing, please visit parissecret.com. Does French culture sometimes leave you scratching your head? Well, you might enjoy listening to our sister podcast, Navigating the French, hosted by journalist Emily Monaco. Each episode focuses on a different word in the French language, and Emily is joined by an expert who will help explore what that word says about French culture. Listen now to Navigating the French on ParisUndergroundRadio.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't miss this. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. And now, back to Don't Miss This. If England isn't quite far enough, set your destination towards the cosmos with a new immersive experience at the Atelier de Lumière. All month, the Atelier de Lumière joins forces with the National Center for Space Studies, CNES, for the ultimate challenge: how to create immersive evenings that take us among the stars and tell us about the conquest of space and the challenges faced by man. We begin in Guyana, in the heart of the tropical forest. From there, we embark towards the cosmos in the midst of planets, nebula, and supernova. Then we crisscross the canyons of Mars among the rovers, discover Jupiter with its winds of up to 1,450 kilometers per hour, fly through the rings of Saturn, before we leave the Milky Way to venture ever further into the vastness of the universe, in a delirious sound and light adventure. Destination Cosmos, l'ultime défi, will be at the Atelier de Lumière from July 1st through the 30th, and more information can be found at atelier-lumière.com. That's ATELIER-LUMIERES.com. The very next day, l'Académie des Beaux-Arts, the Art Explorer Foundation, and the Cité Internationale des Arts will present a free art festival in Montmartre. Croisements, les rencontres de Montmartre, or crossings, Montmartre meetings, highlighting the art and projects of artists and residents at the Académie des Beaux-Arts in a rich and exciting cultural program, which highlights the artists' diverse backgrounds and practices. On the program, exhibitions, screenings of artists' films, conferences, visits to the artists' workshops, performances, installations, open-air concerts, and children's workshops. Croisements, les rencontres de Montmartre, will be at La Villa Extraordinaire on July 2nd and 3rd from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., and admission is free. More information can be found at academiedesbeaux-arts.fr. That's ACADEMIEDESBEAUXARTS.fr. You'll remember from last week's episode that the sales are currently on in Paris. But while there's nothing wrong with buying yourself things you like, it is important to be mindful of waste and overconsumption. Cue the Fête de la Récup, where you can repair, recycle, and redecorate your worn-out items while enjoying concerts and other events. Around 60 associations, collectives, and artists will come together once again to resell salvaged, repaired, or customized objects at low prices. Clothes, furniture, books, decorative objects, and many other recycled wonders await. Fun and participatory workshops are also planned. Do you want to repair your radio or your bike? Fix up a piece of furniture? Do some gardening or sew up a piece of clothing that you love? Recycling centers are there to share their know-how with you. Also on the program, an escape game and an immersive exhibition around the future and the environment to the sound of incredible artistic performances. Fête de la Récup will be at the Halle des Blancs-Manteaux on July 2nd and 3rd and is free to attend. More information can be found on Facebook. Well, that's it for this week's roundup of Don't Miss This. For more great content, including a look behind the scenes, videos from Paris, a book club, and exclusive events, please join me on Patreon at patreon.com/Paris Underground Radio. If you enjoyed this roundup, please tell a friend. If you venture out to any of the events mentioned in this podcast, please let me know and tag Paris Underground Radio on Facebook or Instagram. And if you think you have an event we should know about, please feel free to email me at hello@parisundergroundradio.com with the subject line, Don't Miss This. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity. You can find me on all socials at Jennyphoria. That's JennyPhoria. Don't Miss This is produced by me for Paris Underground Radio. For more on Don't Miss This and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com. Thank you so much for listening, and happy exploring! Don't Miss This is produced by Jennifer Garrity for Paris Underground Radio. For more on this show and shows like it, please go to parisundergroundradio.com.